Human Rights Commission wants the government and the police service to change tact in handling cases of cattle rustling. The commission says cattle theft is being conducted by organized gangs who are using sophisticated weapons and killing indiscriminately. And as KTN Sophia Wanuna now reports, the commission, together with representatives of community-based human rights networks, want an elaborate security operation conducted in the affected regions simultaneously.
It is a menace that has been rampant in the recent past and showing no signs of ending. Barely a week ago, 7 MPs from cattle rustling-prone areas of Isiolo, Samburu and Meru came together to chart the way forward in curbing the menace. However, the cattle rustling continues unabated, and the Kenya Human Rights Commission says it is perpetrated by organized gangs.
Our research has shown it's lucrative business that does not only involve those respective communities. We know there are some politicians who are involved. We know, and we've spoken with junior level police officers who've told us when they go for those cattle recovery missions, they have received calls from their superiors telling them to let their stolen livestock pass. So what we are saying is that we must change tact. We can no longer continue using the traditional cover of cattle rustling when the reality is that this is organized criminal activity that must be investigated and brought to a halt once and for all.
The country has this year alone witnessed an unprecedented spate of coordinated armed violence, and the areas worst hit include Baringo, Kuria, Turkana, Isiolo, Baragoi and parts of Meru County. According to Kenya Human Rights Commission, over 100 people have been killed since December last year and thousands of others displaced, majority being women, children and the elderly.
We've taken it as a cultural activity, terming it as cattle rustling. Our decision to start adopting words like theft and maybe robbery is so that to give it its legal context, and it is right context, because we are talking about organized criminals from across communities who deliberately decide to organize themselves and plan.
The Commission also says that due to increased infiltration of small arms and light weapons from war-torn countries bordering Kenya, the cattle theft has become more militarized. At the same time, the human rights body claims that previous operations conducted in affected regions to disarm communities have been avenues of gross human rights violations. They now want the government to disarm the communities and demobilize illegal gangs and restore sanity whilst respecting human rights. Sophia Wanuna, KTN.